Okay, very good morning. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to see the topics linear congruential method, mixed linear congruential method and multiplicative linear congruential method. So this is under module 3 and random number generation. Very simple. In this linear congruential method, what we are supposed to see is generating the random numbers which is from 0 to 99. There is a formula, everyone knows, that is xi by mi, where 0, 1, 2 you can apply anything to that particular. So it depends upon the value of models will be getting in between the range 0 to 99. So this we are going to see now. So now we'll see derivation of RV generator for n exponential distribution. So this is having a PDF for f of x is equal to lambda e power minus lambda x, x greater than or equal to 0. If x less than 0, we can go for 0. So this is the cumulative distribution function minus infinity to x f of t into dt, that is 1 minus e power minus lambda x, x greater than or equals to 0, 0 if x less than 0. So now before coming to this mixed and multiplicative linear congruential method, we need to understand what is linear congruential method a little bit. So we do have a parameters same a comma c comma m and x naught. This is also same for the linear congruential method, and the thing is we have to use a linear congruential method to generate a sequence of random numbers with x naught and a and then c and m having some kind of values. Here the integer values generated will be between 0 and 99, and because the value of the models only, and then so whatever we are getting the module wise value, that is the result part. So for example, if the sequence of xi and subsequent ri values computed like x naught equal to for example 27, so the same we can go for the formula r is equal to xi by m, and then we can apply those values into that, and we'll drastically get the answer. So now we will see the mixed and multiplicative linear congruential method. The selection of a comma c comma m and x naught drastically affects the statistical properties such as mean and variance and the cycle length. So using this multiplicative linear congruential method, we have to find the period of generator for example a is equal to 13 and m is equal to 2 power 6, like we can get 64, and x naught equal to 1 2 3 4 like that. So the solution, what we have to go for the sequence which is having a period of length is achieved when the CD is 2 and period of length 4 occurs when CD is 4. So when x naught equal to 1, there is a generated sequence at some other value. If it's not viable for any applications, its period is too short and its density is insufficient. So the example shows the importance of properly choosing a comma c comma m and x naught. So the main thing we need to understand over here is the speed and efficiency in using the generator on a digital computer is also a selection consideration. So speed and efficiency are aided by the use of modules m, which is either a power of 2 or closer to the power of 2. Since most digital computers use a binary representation of the numbers, the modulo or remaindering and operation of the equation, this can be conducted efficiently when the module is having only the power of 2. So for example, we can give m is equal to 2 power b. So after ordinary arithmetic yields a value for a xi plus c comma xi plus 1. So this is obtained by dropping the leftmost binary digits in a xi plus c. So this is how we can calculate based on the parameters, selection of parameters like a comma c and m and x naught. It just affect the statistical properties like mean and variance. Sometimes mean and variance will be equal when mode is different, and it just affects these kind of values. So here we can see when can use mixed, when can use multiplicative, they have given. So when c naught is equal to 0, the formula is xi plus 1 is equal to a xi plus c mod m, I is equal to 0 and 1 and 2. So the form is called the mixed congruential method. When c is equals to 0, the form is known as multiplicative congruential method. So when and where if you see the value c naught equal to 0, then we can go for mixed congruential method. When and where we can see c equal to 0, then we can go for the form multiplicative congruential method. So they have given an example. So in previous slides, whatever I have explained, the same thing they have given over here. So use linear congruential method to generate a sequence of random numbers with x0 is equal to 27 and a is equal to 17 and c is equal to 43 and m is equal to 100. So when we can go for mixed, in the sense, see here, c not equal to 0, then we can go for mixed congruential method. So if you apply all these values into that particular formula, we'll be getting the outcome based on the value of the modules. So in this so this is how the mixed linear congruential method will work. Now multiplicative linear congruential method, when we can use this multiplicative, in the sense, when if you go for c equal to 0, so then we can go for when and where if you see c equal to 0, then we can go for multiplicative linear congruential method. So in this the same formula we are going to apply and we'll be getting the value depend upon the modules. Okay, now we will see the test for linear congruential methods. One is uniformity, independence, maximum density and maximum period. So this uniformity and independence we are going to test for random numbers also. So in this uniformity, here if we are going to test for uniformity, the non-uniformity has not yet been detected. When we go test for independence, then at dependence value we can't detect. So this is the main motto of this, and then maximum density and maximum period will be there. So to help to achieve maximum density and to avoid the cycling, the generator should have largest possible period, and it should be achieved by the proper choice of these parameters, selected parameters a, c, m and x0. Okay, now we can see this power m power of 2, that is m is equal to 2b. If c is not equals to 0, the longest period is p is equal to 2b when c is relatively prime to m, and a equal to 1 plus 4k, this is will be an integer. And then the same for m power of 2 b, when it is c equal to 0, then different this one longest period 2b minus 2. So where this is odd, so for m prime number and c equal to 0, the longest period m equal to 1, which is achieved whenever the multiplier has a property that the smallest integer k such that ak minus 1 is divisible by m. So thank you.